Welcome and good day to our respected lecturer, Madam Rizalina, and our fellow audiences. My name is Ms. Firamati Mustafa.
And my name is Nurifa Zermati.
My name is Siti Nolena binti Rahazi.
And I'm Nur Amashkina binti Nuraman.
So today our group will be doing a presentation on the topic auxiliary verbs. So why did we choose this topic? The reason why we chose this topic today is because the general public these days have a difficulty in differentiating between modal and auxiliary verbs, as well as action and auxiliary verbs. I will start off our topic today by explaining the definition. Auxiliary verb. Auxiliary verb is a verb used in forming the tenses, moods, and voices of other verbs. It is also a verb that adds functional or grammatical meaning to the clause in which it appears, such as express tense, aspect, modality, voice, emphasis, and so on. Auxiliary verbs usually accompany a main clause. That main clause is the one that adds up the main semantic content to the clause. The modal auxiliary verbs are can, could, many, might, must, shall, should, will, and would. Auxiliary verbs are also called as helping verbs, helper, verb helpers, or verbal auxiliaries. However, today we will pay more attention on auxiliary verbs alone.
So today I'll be explaining on the function of auxiliary verbs. So how do they do it? How is it applied? So function. Auxiliary or helping verbs are used together with the main verb to show the verb tense or to form a negative or question. They add functional or grammatical meaning to the clauses in which they appear. They perform their function in several different ways, such as by expressing tense, grammatical aspect, modality, voice, and add emphasis to the sentence. Actually, auxiliary verbs almost always appear together with the main verb, and though there are only a few of them, they are among the most frequently occurring verbs in the English language.
I will be continuing with identification. So, how we identify and how we differentiate them. There are two main types of verbs, action verbs and linking verbs. So, action verbs are used to depict activities that are doable, and linking verbs are used to describe conditions. Both verbs can accompany auxiliary verb, including the three main ones, which is to do, to be, and to have. Sometimes actions and conditions occur only one time and then they are over. It is at times like this that some of the same verb they are used as auxiliary verb, instead used as action or linking verb. For example, Jerry slammed the car door on his tongue. He is in horrible pain. Is here is a linking verb in the sentence because it stands alone and it is not an auxiliary verb. And it is also a main verb and also known as a base verb. An auxiliary or helping verb accompanies the main verb and conveys other nuances that help the reader gain specific insight into the event that is taking place. There are three examples. Number one is Jerry caught his tongue in the car door as coffee spilled from his cup onto his favorite shirt. Okay, so in this sentence, caught and spill, single word verb, describe quick one-time actions of both Jerry and his messy coffee. Number two, Jerry is always spilling things. Since Jerry often has an unfortunate accident, this spilling communicates the frequency of his clumsy actions in sentence 2. And the last sentence is, since Jerry is also accident prone, he should have been drinking coffee from a mug with a lid which would not have spilled on his favorite shirt. So in this sentence, the auxiliary verbs that make up should have been drinking and would have been expressed time, relationships, as well as an evaluation of Jerry's action.
3.
So there are three common auxiliary verbs. I'll be explaining on the to do. So do can be used as an action verb that stands alone in all its tenses, including do, does, done, did, didn't, or did not. When used an auxiliary verb, do is always paired up with another verb to create a complete phrase. For example, I did put the garbage out. Do is often used to form questions and negative clauses. For example, he plays piano well, doesn't he? So I have another example here, such as because he spills things so often, Jerry does more laundry than most people. The second example is Jerry didn't put his coffee in a cup with a lid. The third example is Jerry doesn't always spill things, but it happens a lot.
3.
So for this one, Jerry does more laundry than most people. It explains about the action verb, not an auxiliary verb. While Jerry didn't put his coffee in a cup with a lid, it explains about an auxiliary verb. So does Jerry doesn't always spill things, but it happens a lot. This is also an auxiliary verb.
3.
So the next auxiliary verb is to be. Be or to be is an important verb that has a multitude of uses in English. It can be used as an action verb that stands alone in all its tenses, including be, to be, been, am, are, is, was, were, wasn't, was not, aren't, are not, weren't, and were not. So when used as an auxiliary verb, be is always paired with another verb to create a complete verb phrase. It can either be singular, plural, present, or past. Negative sentences are formed by adding the not. For example, Jerry is messy. Second example, although he is always complaining about his accidents, Jerry fails to pay attention. The third example, Jerry is going to be doing extra laundry for the rest of his life. So the is here is an action verb, while both of these two sentences are auxiliary verbs.
3.
Okay, the last one is to have. Have is a very important verb that can stand alone in all its tenses, including has, have, having, had, and hadn't or had not. It is usually used to denote ownership, and it also can be used to discuss ability or describe appearance. Have is also a very popular substitute for the verbs eat and drink. For example, let's have dinner. When used as an auxiliary verb, have is always teamed up with another verb, a complete verb phrase. For example, Jerry has is an auxiliary verb, a large coffee stain on his shirt. Jerry has bought a new shirt to replace the one that was wearing earlier. Has is an auxiliary verb and bought is a verb. Jerry should have been more careful. So should and have been is the verb phrase, and should is the
3. Kuat sikit.
So here's a few more other auxiliary verb examples, such as first, Jessica is taking John to the airport. If he doesn't arrive on time, he'll have to take a later flight. Unfortunately, our dinner has been eaten by a dog. I have purchased a new pair of shoes to replace the ones that was lost in my luggage. And we hope you don't have an accident on your way to school. Okay.
The next example is that she was baking a pie for dessert. Dad has been working hard all day. The bed was made as soon as I got up. Sarah doesn't ski or roller skate. Did Matthew bring coffee?
3.
So that is all from us. We would like to thank you for lending us your ears and attention, and we hope you can learn something new from this. I guess that's all from us. That's just all. So thank you.
Thank you.